What's your name?
Danny.
Jocelyn.
Just so what kind of music you listen to?
A lot of different stuff. Mostly like rock, heavy rock, like metal.
I listen to like rap. I grew up listening to like grime and jungle stuff, so I listen to drill stuff as well.
Alright, so what do you think about grime music and drill?
Well, grime music is so influential in my life. I've been to like Wiley's birthday party that was quite famous, where he ended up getting arrested. I've seen everyone. I've seen Kano. I've seen Skepta. I've seen so many people now. They're always at the festivals I like to go to. We used to go to shows a lot in Fire, in Vauxhall, and yeah.
Alright, so what you got to say then? A lot of people saying that grime music and drill music has got like a lot of influence, bad influence in the youth.
They said that in the early 2000s when they introduced if you listen to Dizzy Rascal, says about, I don't want to shut down my bass because of noise distortion. That's because they had the ban in 2005, I think. And it's the same thing with drill. You can't blame people for coming up in such a bad area where there's nothing. I was in Christmas, spent it in Croydon. Someone got stabbed right next to the house I was in. That's only because black people suffer so much from coming up in bad areas, don't have the same opportunities or anything. What else are they going to do? If they go to jail, what are they going to do? Because it's harder to get a job. They're going to go on road. All the people flashing around them, they're going to end up thinking that that's the way to go because they don't have the same opportunity.
Right. What about you?
About what?
What do you think about drill music? Grime music?
I mean, I don't know that much about it. Have you
heard Wiley, Skepta, Stormzy, Dave?
I've like heard of it and like heard it a bit, but I'm not that knowledgeable about it. No.
Right. So because a lot of people saying that grime music and drill music basically had bad influence on the youth.
Oh, I don't think that at all. Like a lot of my friends growing up listened to a lot of like drill and grime music, and like they were all very good people. I think it helped them a lot to express themselves, and like I think it's ultimately a really good thing.
So like, you listen to rock as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you listening to rock?
Yeah.
Alright, so which is harder?
Well,
rock or
if
grime?
I can listen to someone talk about how they're going to summon the devil, why can't I talk about how someone's going to go shank someone because they live on the wrong block? It's the same thing. Everyone talks about Dark Star. People blame Memphis in America for having rap music that caused people to murder because they talked about, when actually the talk about the devil and want to kill themselves was actually a talk about their situation, their place, and growing up with absolutely nothing.
Yeah. So which one has got more influence in the youth then? Rock or grime?
Neither. The government does. If they supplied them with after school clubs, better education, like I said before, they wouldn't need to express themselves in that way. They'd find other ways. I dress goth, that's the way, because I feel like I've got a bit of a dark side. But I'm only allowed to do that because my parents were a mix of my dad who'd gone to prison, he grew up in Croydon in a rough situation, my mum didn't.
Okay. What about you? What do you think, which one has got more influence?
Which one's got more influence?
Rock or grime?
I wouldn't necessarily say that either one's got more influence. I think like as you said, like different factors have more influence. Like ultimately, music is a way of expression. It's not necessarily like it's more of a symptom of the way that people have like grown up and the way that they've like experienced the world. It's not so much like something that influences, but something that expresses. Like.
All right. Last message then to people that would say grime and rock music had bad influence in the youth.
No, I mean, unless you want, if you think that rock music's had a bad influence, then there would be no big titty goth bitches.
All right, okay, thank you very much. All right, bless up, people, yeah?